What's going on, guys? VFM here. I'm at Mizucon 2012. I'm in the actual game room for tabletop gaming and card gaming as well. So I'm hanging out with Eitan, and we're about to play a new game here that's revealed for the first time today at this convention. So it's called Gendu, the Gentleman's Duel. See that brand spanking new. So let's start off. Tell me a little bit. What's this game about? What's the philosophy?
Okay, so what's cool about this game is going to be like one of the first and only, I think, community-driven trading games. So every single card you see here in the entire set, all the cards, they're all been user submitted. Different people who have played the game, who really enjoy it, submitted different cards.
That's pretty cool.
They submitted the drawing, they submitted everything, and then they get voted on by our alpha testers. This is kind of how the first version kind of went, and whichever one like really good and people pick, those are the ones that got printed. Some of the drawings really weren't great, so we have the graphic designers go ahead and they'll silhouette it, and make it look nice and everything.
It looks real classy. It kind of lives up to its name.
That's kind of like the idea we wanted to go with, and having it being like just like grayscale and everything is something different than normal the game.
Yeah, because you got magic and you got this really colorful, really shiny, really animated. This one's more basic, and it's kind of it's more conservative. It's really cool. I mean, I can picture like two dudes like in cosplay for like black brothers just playing the game, having a gentleman's duel. So that's be really funny. So
kind of like in suits or whatever,
exactly.
with a monocle, like
or having a drink of wine or something.
The table is yours, sir.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be really funny at conventions and stuff. It sounds like it'd be really cool.
Absolutely.
So walk us through like some.
So let me kind of show you how this game is played. So the main objective of the game is to build a dungeon or a fortress that your opponent then has to go through in order to get to you, in order to kill you. So you're building like a wall of defense. And you build that with what we call room cards. So the cards with no border, or if you want white border, is called a room card. You'll notice that by the word room right
It's supposed to make like a room in your dungeon.
Exactly.
So that people are walking through.
Exactly. And then you see every single room has a level. There's a level 2 room. Now the rooms need to be placed in order of the layer it's in. So the first room you have to play must be a level 1 room card.
And then it goes up from there, obviously.
Exactly. The next room could be a level 1 or 2, level 1, 2, or 3, etc., etc.
It doesn't necessarily have to be 1 through 7 consecutively.
No, it's gonna be one. Every room has to be less than or equal to the level that you're in. So you can have all level 1 rooms if you want, or you can have 1, 1, then a 3. Or you could be conservative, in 1, 2, 3. Like a gentleman likes to be. And so that's the rooms.
Okay.
Now the next card you have here are the verb cards, which are like spells, for instance, equipments, enchantments, things like that. And then the final type of card you have are the noun cards, or the monsters, or the creature cards.
Your creatures, your defenders.
Exactly.
Or attackers.
So these are the cards that actually move. So, these cards have an attack, have a defense, or health. There's actually their health, and then a speed. This speed represents how many rooms they can move in each turn. So he has 3 speeds. That means he can move 3 rooms a turn. And he's got 3 attack, 6 health, and now you have also a cost. The cost system works similar to like other games, where here you're going to be sacrificing 2 cards from your hand, so you just decide which 2 cards you don't want. You're going to put that in your discard pile, and then you'll be able to cast it.
It's not like in Magic where you got like mana or something, or even Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to sacrifice creatures on the board or something like that.
Here it's cards out of your hand, and then the other costs you will see. I don't have one out here. Let me show you the other cost. You also have.
You find it. Here you go. Here's one.
Here we go. Oh, that's one exactly. Like he was saying. So this card is Annihilation. It's an instant. It means that it can be played out of turn. Instants are the only cards that can be played at any time, and it costs you a card from your hand and a room from the board. So you sacrifice any room off the board. However, understand when you sacrificing rooms, you're gonna sacrifice from the end up.
So literally, it makes your dungeon smaller.
Exactly.
So your opponent can get to you.
Exactly.
So
But
it might be smart.
But it might be a really awesome creature. So that's why rooms are like the most expensive resource, but it gets you some really good stuff.
Now, is there a way to get rooms back eventually?
After you discarded the rooms are done. However, there are spells that allow you to shuffle your entire discard pile back into your deck.
Okay.
So you get everything back.
Oh, nice.
The only room you cannot sacrifice is your first room, because then you have absolutely no fortress, no defense, and
it's a wrap.
Exactly. So your first room that you play down, your first level 1 room stays. So if if you have more than one different level 1 room in your hand, choose wisely, leave your best level 1 room first.
It sounds like there's a lot of strategy that goes into it.
It really is.
Choosing out your
It really is.
just choosing out your creatures,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know, it's a gentleman's game. It's a thinking game.
And not only that, what makes it even more of a gentleman, which is like kind of the coolest part of the game, is how do you win? That's kind of the idea.
This one is actually pretty cool because that is different.
So the way you win is that, let me tell one thing. When you lay your rooms down, you lay them down face down. Only once the animal or creature walks into the room, do you then find out what's in there. So actually the person's living in this seat entirely throughout
It's
the
their
entire
blind,
game.
so it's like displayed like this.
So you have like your level 1 room, your level 2 room, level 3 room, and
Et cetera,
a level
et cetera.
4, and then like as the creature walks in, he's like, okay, he has 3 speed, so I'm like, I'm gonna walk into this, and, oh yeah, well that happens, you know? And then, well that happens to not be your room, but if it was, that's how it would work.
Yeah.
Now, the point of the game, you travel, you traverse this entire dungeon to the end, you kill all the monsters that are there, you leave him with nothing. Until you say, now, this is your gentleman's turn. You draw a card at the end of your turn to mark the end of your turn, and now the guy has 1 turn to save himself. If he cannot, that is the end.
It's giving him a chance, basically. It's giving him that common courtesy.
Exactly, like any gentleman would, of course. So I think the best way to continue is just let's try a game.
Yeah, let's try a little mock game. So we'll be back with another video, just as an extra, little kind of like demonstration of Gendu. Back in a second, guys.